Hey guys, this is Demir and Carrie from Lifehack Bootcamp. We have a really special little podcast for you here, and of course we want to introduce Jessica Cadmus, the famous wardrobe whisperer. Quick background, for many years when I had my last company, I was traveling the country 2 out of every 3 days, and Jessica and I worked together, and she helped me hack my wardrobe so that I was able to have a wardrobe that only had 70 pieces in it, and everything could fit into my my carry-on, and it looked amazing. And it could recombine in like a million different ways. It was like the Transformer wardrobe of the century, and I still have some amazing pieces from it. So that we're gonna do another day, another time down the road, an incredible post about how to hack your wardrobe at home. But this particular post is Jessica helping us out with our travel wardrobe.
I am a stylist and I'm based in New York, but I'm lucky enough to work with amazing clients like you guys out in LA, and then soon to be Spain, Bali, Hawaii. So it's always good, always exciting, and you never give me a headache.
For those of you who don't know, we are moving to Spain this summer, and we're going to spend the next year traveling in Spain and Bali and Hawaii and Colombia. And so we're going to be running the business from the road, and nothing will change, by the way, from a Lifehacker Bootcamp side, but we're going to take the opportunity to live internationally. So Jessica is here with her infinite wisdom to help us figure out what we should be taking with us, because it can't be a lot, but it has to all be amazing.
Yeah, and this is the challenge that we do with Jessica. All of her other clients have big, closets, and they, are fine with just buying a lot of pieces. But every time we come to Jessica, I think it probably gives her a massive migraine headache, because we're always like, we'd like it all, but here's the trick: it has to fit into a shoebox.
Yeah, I think for me as a woman, working with Jessica was really actually empowering, because I feel like there's a lot of stigma attached to women kind of thinking they need to dress themselves. Like it's a reflection of how good you are at fashion if you can dress yourself. For me, I simply decided that was something that I was never going to be an expert in. So why would I spend hours and hours doing something that I wasn't going to be an expert in and I was never going to get paid to do? So, and simply I basically outsourced that piece of it to Jessica. And I can't tell you, I never used to get compliments on what I wore. So every morning, what I can do is just open up my little album of images on my phone that has all the permutations of outfits that Jessica put together for me for every different occasion. So I don't even have to pick up my outfit. I can just be in bed and go, that one. And I know what I'm wearing for the day.
So basically what I thought about when I was putting this together were a number of things. Number one, considering your lifestyle and the things that you were going to need to present for during your travels. Also considering the different locations that you're going to be in, the weather in each of those locations, and how you will get the maximum number of looks, as you guys talked about, with the minimum number of pieces.
Jessica already understands that we don't want to look like a typical traveler. So everyone knows, when you think of a traveler, you think big ugly backpack, really hideous,
Patagonia everything.
Outfit with a hat or something. And she's already no, you guys you need to look sophisticated. You need to look more the part, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
He's going to have fewer pieces, but he's going to make each of them count. So what I did was think about, again, the infinite combinations. Started off with how many pants you're going to need to take.
Got it.
My recommendation was to choose 2 utility pants, a dark denim, and then a dress trouser. That's optional. So some of this is negotiable as we talk about it. I don't have a full understanding of how much luggage you're going to bring. So
Sure.
we may, subtract some of these items. We may add some of these items just based on your feedback. This is actually, so these. They come in this kind of lighter wash and then a gray wash too. And I think it would be actually advantageous to have both, because you can create a lot of different outfits around one pair of utility trousers being light and one pair of utility trousers being a little bit darker.
So this has a little stretch to it. It looks like it says.
It has, exactly. The fabric is a little stretchy. It's very breathable. These are good to hiking, they're just as good to go out to dinner in.
Yeah, so that's part of the tall order is like fashion plus utility.
Tamir and I have talked about this endlessly, but if you have thighs that are athletic, it's a little bit more difficult these days because pants run so trim. Like the trend is that men's pants in particular, well, and women's too, but they're cut very, very slim, and not everybody has that body type. So with the Articulous pants that we were looking at from Merrill, those are a little bit more generous in the thigh, and I think that they would fit you great, given your shape. And then the same thing with these Vince jeans, because I'm not sure, do you still have any of the denim that we had purchased in the past, whether it be Vince, whether it be the Ernest Sewn? I'm not sure what you still have in your wardrobe. Yeah, so my idea with the pants was, again, 2 utility pants, one sort of like a dark denim or twill, and then an optional like actual trouser, like a dress trouser, if you felt and that's why that one was optional. Like, I don't know how formal your work engagements will be or how formal anything in the evening will be, but that's where I was coming at with those options.
You included a blazer? No, okay, you didn't.
I didn't, because I thought that you were
dead set on that
one, and so I didn't push it. But so I looked at that one when you showed it initially, and I think it's cool, but I don't think that it can take you everywhere it needs to go. So this comes back to that idea of functionality. Like, to me, Carrie's dead on. It's too specialized. It's got peak lapels. It's got 3 buttons. It's got elbow patches. It's got a material that the weight of it is not going to help you out if you're in South America, it's super hot, and you need to put on a blazer. You're going to want to kill yourself in that thing. Yeah. So my original idea, before I thought that you were smitten with the one you just showed me, was to get a suit. Now, hear me out. I know that sounds crazy to take a suit, because I know that your work doesn't actually require it that much. But, and we talked about this a lot in the past, and we haven't had this conversation in a while. But the beauty of a suit is that it can play so many different roles. You can remove the jacket from the trousers, and suddenly it's a blazer. You can take the trousers, wear them with a polo. You look sleek, you look cool. You get on a yacht, you go wherever you're going. Or, like you do whatever you're doing. Okay. Or if you are required to, present something all of a sudden, or you have to create a video where you need to be in command and look super polished, you put the suit together. You can put the suit together and put a polo under it, so it looks a little less
dressy,
a little less commanding. Or you put it on with one of the button-down shirts that I require, and we didn't get there yet, but and wear it actually as a full suit. So to me, a suit is one of the most functional and wonderful staples, really, of a man's wardrobe, because it can be worn so many different ways. I was just thinking that in terms of shorts, you would need 2 to 3 shorts, depending on how many you want to carry, 1 to 2 solid, and then 1 print. From my perspective, shirts are they're so key in what we're doing here, because they're sort of one of the smaller items, and they will give you the most variety. So you're going to see that there are a lot more shirts that you need to bring than any other item. Also, you have to consider, you're going to be in a hot climate quite a bit. I don't know how frequently you're going to be able to wash, and so you're going to need to have at least 8. You have to think it should take you through at least 1 week. Mm-hmm. So my suggestions were 3 button downs. 1 definitely needs to be white. 3 short sleeve polos. Again, 1 needs to be white. 1 long sleeve polo, white, and 1 long sleeve tee, and that could be any color. Okay. Because the nice thing is, a polo you can actually wear under a blazer. You can actually wear a polo with your dress trousers. You can't really wear a t-shirt. I mean, you can under a blazer. I don't know. I kind of think that's a couple years ago. And it's not going to look great with dress trousers, right? So, thinking about how you're going to always present polished, this is how you do it. Because you can also throw on a polo with utility trousers and go hiking.
Right.
No one's stopping you from that.
No one's judging your hiking.
No one's stopping you from that. You can throw in just 1 ratty t-shirt if you feel like it, just to be cozy and
For working out.
Work out or hike or whatever, but in the long run, that's going to be only not really for the public eye.
So what about the button? What about the white? I know there's a special reference to wanting to have multiple white shirts. That's for me traveling. I was like, wait, that's weird. Like, why would you take white when you travel? So can you explain like the white selection?
Yeah, I mean, I think white just as a color is sort of the most utilitarian because it's going to map back to every single thing in your wardrobe. It's going to look good with prints. It's going to look good with solids. It's going to look good with a suit. It's going to look good with a blazer. Like white maps back to absolutely everything. And particularly when I consider the climates you're going to be in, you want to be able to reach for something that feels light and fresh and crisp and airy versus something that's going to weigh your look down because it's like 105 degrees somewhere that you are. Sweaters and sweatshirts, when you're considering different climates, as your mom probably told you when you went out in the snow when you were 5, layer up, like you got to be ready for when you walk out the door and you're freezing to like 2 hours later when you've played so much that you're sweating and you have to strip something off. So that's kind of the same idea here. I would recommend 2 to 3 sweaters because sweaters, particularly the ones that I recommend, which would be like a solid crew neck or a solid V-neck, you're going to be able to put those on with shorts just as well as you can layer it on, over a button down underneath a blazer with your twill pants, or you can put it on as part of your suit, like just depending on how cold it is and what the requirements are.
Okay, moving on. Jackets, blazer, I feel like we already spoke about the suit, so I don't think we have to revisit that. But in terms of a utility, do you want to talk about that?
So the utility jacket was, something sort of lightweight, zip up, water resistant hood is kind of what I was thinking. I didn't know if you had anything like that currently, but these could be the ones that pack up into a tiny little bag. You know how you sometimes see those, they're almost like anoraks, but just like another layer. The water resistant part to me was one of the most important aspects of that and the hood. So shoes, I think you need 2 to 3. So you and I have already collaborated on this pair from All and Sundry, which are a loafer, a leather loafer in sort of a medium brown with a black strap. And the reason why I was so interested in getting that particular pair was because for me, brown goes with everything. Like you're never going to make a mistake with a brown shoe. It looks great with everything. When the shoes come, we should just make sure that the brown is the same tone or similar. Mm-hmm. But that hardware is great because it's so nondescript that you can wear that with jeans, you can put it on with your shorts, you can wear it with your suit. So that's perfect. And the reversible nature will allow you to get another option out of it. And it's nice because that's brown, black, reversible. So the brown will tie back to the main shoe and the black will tie back to that black strap. So that's functional.
So this is not joie, but this is something you got me.
I remember it. Yeah, the maxi.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This shirt.
Yes, I remember that. Okay.
This shirt.
Oh, that one's got to go with you.
So cute, right?
Yeah, that has to go. So flutter sleeve white, we have to remember.
Yep, flutter sleeve, got it. This shirt.
Yeah, that I remembered. I love that shirt. It's going to be so great.
I love it. I have some questions about how to wear it because it's slightly low for me because my chest is very high.
Yeah. And
it's like a little bit see-through. And so I wasn't sure what's appropriate to wear, like if I can wear it with just a bra or if I need a cami. And if so, like, because I love it. I love this shirt. I can't figure out how to wear it such that it like looks appropriate.
Okay.
And then same one in a different color.
Yes. Yes, I remember her.
This one, which has been awesome. This dress,
That one's got to come with you.
Yeah, I thought so too. And it's so light that it's like this skirt, which is like, the problem with the skirt is it's a little bit bulky for being a skirt.
Yes, there's a lot of fabric.
Yeah. And then I just want to remind you, I have these awesome white jeans.
Okay. So shoes, I was, again, thinking like, what are sort of the smallest shoes and the most utilitarian? You had mentioned the snakeskin flats from Ellie.
Yep.
I think those are going to end up being like pretty much your everyday shoe.
Yeah, I agree.
We should definitely, hi pretties. If they do not have Vibram on them, we should get Vibram on the bottoms ASAP.
So just for the audience, Vibram is basically like a rubber grip sole that Jessica has me put on all my shoes, including my heels, which really extends the life of the heels. So, and it also gives it grip, so you're not slipping around all the time.
Right. Plus, like if you're wearing them a ton, you can sort of monitor the wear on the Vibram, and when that gets worn, you just replace the Vibram, and you're never actually biting into your shoe, because as soon as that happens, the shoe's done.
Right.
So this definitely extends life. So I was thinking those as a kind of like an everyday functional walking shoe.
The one thing I will say for shoes is I definitely need some kind of closed-toed option, because like I just get cold like no one else, and planes, trains, buses, cars all make me so cold, and I think that the shoes immediately warm me up. So I'm wondering what you think of, like some kind of cute booty or flat. I don't know like what that would be, but something enclosed.
Yeah, that you'll see the last item on that shoe list is closed-toed option of some kind. As far as the bags, I don't know what bags you currently have in your wardrobe. Did I ever get you that crossbody leather?
The painted one?
Painted one.
Yes, you did get that for me. I still have that. All the bags I have are ones from you. So the black and beige one.
That's the one I was thinking, just because it has so much utility and it has a crossbody strap.
Yeah.
And if you can only bring one, it's a size in which you can fit quite a bit of things, like a water bottle and a lipstick and a cover up and like a little sweater and whatever. It's not too spare, but it's also not too huge. And actually thinking of that, because that's like blocking, like how if you hear people blocking hats, like getting the hat back in shape. So that's the other thing you guys want to consider. And I don't know how you want to do that, but I would recommend bringing a hat for each of you.
Okay.
They're very hard to pack. That's the one thing, very hard to pack a hat. Like what I would recommend if you do bring one is you want to pack it near the bottom so that the brim lays flat against the bottom of your suitcase. Mm-hmm. And then the part where your head goes, you take your undergarments and you ball them up and you put them in there. And then you pack everything else around it and on top of it. And that's going to be your best bet. So down the sweatshirts and sweaters. So here we may be able to go a little bit lighter. I wanted you to bring that Reese plain white cardi, open front cardi. So thin, and yet it provides an additional layer for evening.
Super thin, lightweight fabric.
Yeah, it's almost sheer. And then do you remember there was a Reese black and a white. It was kind of like a sweatshirt sweater hybrid.
Yes.
I think you need to bring at least one of those.
I agree. I think the black one is probably, I just like it more. It has pockets, which is really cool. The white one has a little bit of underarm stains on it right now. I mean, I could try to bleach those out, but because I still love that one too. But if I had
the black, because it's going to map back to your bag.
It's also just getting the slightest bit of pilling on it. I don't think it looks bad, but is there anything I could do to kind of freshen it up? Do you think a dry cleaner would be able to help with that?
I would take a pair of cuticle scissors, put it under a really bright light, and just clip them off.
Okay. Cool.
And
then the one I'm wearing now.
Yeah, what you're wearing now. Because it can stand alone, it could layer under a blazer, it can, you know what I mean? It's so lightweight, it will provide you a little bit of warmth, but it's not gonna be too bulky to pack. And so back to the notion that we were talking about just a moment ago, and like, how do you really give yourself the most amount, like maximize your options with the fewest, smallest item? So I was thinking we could pack a couple belts
Yes.
to, just sort of pump things up a little bit. If you think this is too many, we could remove the green, but I think you should bring the red belt and the cream and gold.
Agreed. I get so much use out of those.
Yeah, they're awesome. And then, so here we are down to jackets. So with a similar idea, I have the Reese Navy Blazer. I think that has a lot of utility, and it maps back to everything. And you can wear it with jeans, you can wear it with a skirt, you can wear it over a dress, you can wear it with shorts if you wanted to. You know what I mean? It's so cute.
Do you think it makes me look like too professional? Like, I guess since working from home, I've been like anti-blazer, but
What?
it is like, it's warm, which I love. I love the blazer itself. I just want to make sure I don't look too like corporate, I guess.
No way. I mean, like, especially so you and I are on the same page in terms of like looking polished for Spain. And that's such a European thing to do, is to wear a tailored blazer in navy. I mean, your other option would be that black and white one, which I think is bonkers. It's so fantastic, but it's going to have slightly less versatility because it's a pattern.
Yeah.
So that blue one's just it's like the way that I put this together, it's gonna pair back to every other thing on this list. So pants, given our conversation, but you run cold. We might be able to eliminate one of these. So what I had thought was the bright blue trousers from Reese, because they map back to so many shirts. So basically a colored trouser, a black trouser, a white trouser, and then a red denim. But maybe what you want to do is do the white jeans, the red jeans, eliminate the black trousers and just bring the blue.
That's interesting. That makes me scared that I don't have black pants, which is fine. I guess I don't really need black pants. I kind of was, okay, I love all those. I was kind of hoping for an option that I could wear kind of like Demir's Articulous pants, but like for women. I don't know if that like even existed, like something a little bit stylish and classy version of this, but that can also be more trail ready.
Got it. So let me get you an option there.
Okay.
And I would just I don't think that you need black pants given where you're going. I mean, black is not going to work really in Hawaii or Bali or in Bogota. It will work in Spain, but you don't need it there. Like, it's such a colorful, beautiful, vibrant place.
Yeah.
Like black is so New York, and I don't think you need them.
With the red denim, and like I know how like Jessica has this magical, for the audience, Jessica can work magic with like red denim. Like they go with all of my shirts. It's so weird. You wouldn't think that they would, but
yeah, that will take you a million places, that red denim.
Cool.
So the dresses, I mean, they're just so easy is what I always think, and they typically are pretty small. Yeah. We definitely need that blue and white. So I would put in that maxi dress, and I would also put in the joie dress that you showed me with the pattern down the front. That's going to be perfect for Bali, perfect for Hawaii, and perfect for Spain, really.
Too, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have dresses solved, because I don't think you really need anything more than that.
Agreed. And I like the maxi option because it covers my legs, and again, for the warmth, it's just like such a comfort.
Yeah, that's a great dress. So shirts, here we may have some, we have some negotiating room. I was thinking of a lot of different things, like how each of these shirts pairs back to everything else in the wardrobe, how you're going to be able to layer them, how they're going to take you through each different place, and the cold factor, like, because you, like me, get cold when you're inside and on a train and whatever. So I would, right up front, add that white flutter sleeve top to this because it's white. And again, white goes with everything. Let's see. So we have the navy lace long sleeve shirt. I feel like you need that because it's kind of like a t-shirt, but you can also put it under the blazer. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah, I have all of these. They're all in great.
Oh, perfect. So down to skirts and shorts. So there was that Reese blue and white A-line pattern skirt, which is going to map back to so many of these different shirts.
Love it.
And it's small, and it's not a lot of fabric.
That thing doesn't get wrinkles ever. I'm so shocked.
I know. I love that. I love that.
The only thing is, okay.
Perfect. That was awesome. And we both got like the vision of what we're going to be wearing for the rest of the time. The continuing issues seem to be the temperature. So Jessica's going to take it back and sort of think about modulating this. And by temperature, what we mean is like climates that we're going to be in. It feels like it's like skewing a little bit warm, and we're going to pull it down and skew it a little bit, a little bit cold. Yes. We're going to skew it a little bit warmer. And we're also all going to think about how we can fit everything into our bags.
Yeah, I think the other thing is like what jacket is going to be like the right sort of jacket.
Yeah,
for me.
Absolutely. But for me, you can speak for yourself, but for me, I have a vision now of like how, like I can actually see how stylish we're going to look when we're actually traveling around. We're gonna get off the plane and people are gonna be like, oh my God, who are these people? So I'm so excited about that.
Me too.